Chapter A, Section 2, Compound Inequalities or Statement.
Compound inequalities are two inequality equations. We have two formats. One format contains the AND word and the other the OR word. We will be covering the OR format in this video. Here you are being asked to solve the compound inequalities 5x minus 3 less than or equal to 10 or x plus 1 greater than or equal to 5. You're actually being asked to find a solution that satisfies the first equation or the second equation. Your answer can satisfy one or both equations. We are going to solve this problem using the same procedure as we solve a single inequality equation. Now, our first step would be to solve each equation separately, and our second step would be to graph a separate number line for each equation. When we have our solution comparing the number lines, we're going to put the solution in a set builder format and interval notation. Now, the only difference between this and solving other inequalities is between step 2 and 3, and that we have to make sure the answer can satisfy one or both inequalities, and we do this by comparing the two number lines. If you are not familiar with this procedure, please go ahead and watch the video that's titled Single Inequalities. Now, our first step is to solve the first equation. We're going to do that, and we're going to get the answer of x less than or equal to 13 over 5. Now remember, we do not change that to a decimal. We're going to go ahead and solve the second equation, and our answer would be x greater than or equal to 4. So our second step is going to be to draw a separate number line. So for the first equation, we draw the base number line, and we're going to label it 1, 2, and 3. Now, we have 13 over 5, which is 2 3/5. So we're going to find that point on the line, and we're going to go ahead and show all the x values that are less than or equal to this. Now we're going to show that it can be equal to the 13 over 5. And we have to either put a parentheses or a brackets. So it's equal, it's going to be a brackets. Now we're going to go and do the same thing with the second equation. Make sure that your two base lines are underneath each other so we can compare them. Now, since we're going to compare them, we have to label them the same. So put the labels in 1, 2, and 3. And we're now going to show the number 4. We have to label that because we're using the number 4. And we're going to show all the x values greater than or equal to that. And the equal would show us that we have to go ahead and put the brackets in. Now, since we're doing the OR situation, we have to understand that our answer can be in the first shaded area, or it could be in the second shaded area. So therefore, our answer actually includes all the shaded areas that you see. Now that means that both of our solutions is the answer. We're going to go ahead now, the third step, and write it in set builder notation. Set builder notation, and then we're going to go ahead and write the first answer, which is x less than or equal to 13 over 5, and the second answer, which is also x greater than or equal to 4, and it contains the OR statement in between them because it could be one or the other. Now we're going to write the answer in interval notation. Now, looking at the first number line, we see we have a negative infinity on the left, and on the right we have the 13 over 5. So we write that, and we have to show either parentheses or brackets. Now remember, the negative infinity is always going to be parentheses, And the 13 over 5, it can be equal to that, so we're going to have the bracket. Now we're going to go ahead to the second line. And look on the left, we have, again, the 4. And we have on the right, we have the infinity. So we're going to go ahead and write 4 and infinity. Now remember, 4 is equal, so it's a bracket. Infinity is always going to be parentheses. And normally we'd go ahead and put our OR there, but you know they have to throw something new at you. Here you're not going to use the OR. You're going to actually use a set format of U for union. Think of that as a cup where both this answer and the second answer are going to be in there, the union of both of the answers. And you have completed solving a compound inequalities using OR.
This is the end of this video.